Man, those knights are so scary, Bach. Like, they could win the game easily. It doesn't even matter about the queen.
Yeah, and we have another Sicilian here. Yeah, I think a very clever decision there for Firouzja to take the draw, especially given the fact that he's up in the match. Again, I'm surprised that Hikaru is completely switched away from his system that has been serving him so well throughout this event.
Yeah, he's basically playing, almost feels like he's playing some proper openings, which he obviously can, but to be honest, he's made a career out of not needing to in bullet.
Yeah, Rook has to clever move. Firouzja sacking the exchange there and going h5, but it doesn't feel like this should be enough.
It doesn't, but you can see how this is super tricky to handle. Knight g4, bishop g5. It's about the practical elements as well, but Hikaru realizing that it was pinned to the rook on h8, so it was like a fake threat.
Yeah, king h1, great move there by Hikaru, and I was sure that Firouzja was going to sag, but he didn't. Now, Hikaru up the exchange, open knight xd3, great find. And this one might... Oh, there goes the rook at e1. What is Hikaru doing?
Wow, an entire rook. He's just completely blind to that move. He's shaking his head there.
Okay, takes on b7, bishop takes g5. Is the knight wiggling? Wait, queen takes e1, rook d8 is just... Oh, queen b4, bishop b7.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a pin somewhere here. Because the e4 pawn is dropping and you can't move the knight.
I don't think he's saving this one either. Rook takes d6. Firouzja gets another win and takes a 6-point lead.
Amazing. Yeah, that's 7 wins out of the last 8 games for Alireza Firouzja.
I thought that break came at a good time for Hikaru to shake off some of the tilt. He doesn't look tilted to me, but he is losing more games. So, Amon, what does he have to do to turn this one around?
My goodness, I don't know. Like, this feels like a bit of unprecedented territory. I was saying I have really... Oh my goodness, Alireza.
What just happened there?
Hey, you were asking what he needs.
This comes at the right moment.
Yeah, this is what he needs. This is what
right what Amon Hamilton ordered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
He's gonna get the win here.
Just make a queen.
Okay, so 5-point lead, still quite a lot for Firouzja, but there's still a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, there really is 22 minutes here. I know it's a big lead, but there's probably nobody scarier than Hikaru Nakamura chasing you while you know that he's like motivated. You know, for whatever reason, Hikaru looked like he didn't want to continue the match, but it's pretty scary to have someone from that mentality all of a sudden back and locked in the match. So good luck to Alireza defending this lead.
Yeah, but he's doing great. Wait, knight a5. Okay, knight a5. He's hanging the pawn on b7. He can take on c2 though, with a nice position for black.
Yeah, interesting. The bishop is a lot better than the knight at the moment. You have to watch out for f7.
Okay, Hikaru pushing the e-pawn off the board. Again, I feel like these Sicilians aren't quite working out, and takes on a3. Firouzja doing great here, but I was going to say, I feel like the Sicilians aren't working out for Hikaru, so why does he not switch back?
I mean, at this point, he's in kind of unprecedented territory. He's not used to losing this much, so he's just gonna keep trying different things. The worst thing to do, you know, to Hikaru's credit, he's changing it up. I think the worst thing is to sit there and just let it keep happening.
Queen c6, g4, nice defensive find by Hikaru. This still looks very unpleasant to defend. Queen e2, well, I don't see a move.
Yeah, queen c3.
I think he's losing another one. Okay, Firouzja still needs to finish it off, but I guess there's no moves. Queen d3. Uh-oh, Hikaru's still hanging there.
Amazing. Yeah, I thought this was over at g4 though.
I thought so too. Well, Firouzja declining the queen trade. Huh.
Yeah, okay. Takes on h3, and if he trades the queens now, it's gotta be enough.
Right, but it's still... Okay, oh, there goes the pawns. This should be a win for Firouzja, who's also up a second on the clock.
Yeah, and the queen on e6 is so good. It defends everything. There were no checks there. That was a pretty impressive win by Alireza.
Yeah, and it's back to 6 points. Hikaru playing the Alekhine, or this variation of the Scandinavian. Do you think that's also a little bit of tilt, or do you think that's a normal opening for him?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely related to the match score and how many games he's down at the moment that he's trying these kind of different things, but Hikaru's at the level where he's strong enough that I don't think any opening from him is really like trolling or, you know, like he could literally play the bomb cloud and and still win in bullet.
Right, but he is going down the exchange here. H6 is hanging as well. He's really blundering a lot.
He is. He's definitely rattled. He's not the usual like flawless Hikaru bullet that we're used to seeing. Rook e6, and is it going to be knight f4? Amazing tactic.
Yeah, and he's going up 2 pawns here, and the black king is super weak, but... Oh, and Firouzja wins again. He's up 7 points now. Now, keep in mind that even if Hikaru loses, there is still a second match. But, Aman, do you think he will throw off the tilt before that second one starts?
Nope. I do not. Honestly, I was ready to answer yes, but after the reset, it just feels like more of the same. Alireza is still dialed in, and it looks like he's getting the position that he wants here as well. Bishop h3, knight g5.
This looks great for black, especially in the bullet game. Queen g5 now, followed by h4. Looks extremely difficult to defend against.
Yeah, knight g4 looks like fancy, but I'm not sure it actually threatens anything.
Oh, okay. Knight g4 hitting f2. Queen c2 maybe to defend? Yeah, that's what Hikaru goes for.
Makes sense. Feels like black needs another piece in there.
And that's why he goes bishop h6, putting more pressure on e3. Wow.
Is this enough? Everything's defended.
No, a7. And, okay, Hikaru should win this game, and that is what he needs to get back in this match. Keep in mind, everyone, even though Hikaru is down by a lot, there are still 18 minutes on the clock, and he would only need to be down by 1 to force overtime.
I was going to say, I know Hikaru's up 2 pieces, but this is such a tough position to play properly. Look, he's up so much time, he has to go for the win in this game. Also, the match score.
If he loses this one, he's gonna... Wow, and a 3-fold repetition.
Yeah, so honestly, Hikaru might have even been in trouble almost, so I'm not sure which player is happier about that result, but I think Alireza is going to be very satisfied. He's literally down 2 pieces and got a 3-fold repetition. He'll take that.
Yeah, and he is up in the match, so, any draw is fine. That's going to bring him closer and closer to the match victory. Hikaru blitzing out this opening, but I think he's doing pretty fine.
Yeah, I want to play knight c3, knight b5 so badly, but you just can't because the c4 pawn, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, he gave up the e5 square. I don't like that decision. Now there's a lot of pressure on c4. Hikaru doing great here. He's up 10 seconds, also a nice position, but Firouzja does get the knight to b5.
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it. Wasn't there a moment where he could just take it on c4? I think he missed it.
Yeah, knight b2. Okay, he's setting the a-pawn in motion right now. Again, Hikaru just needs... Well, we're saying he needs a win. He needs a few wins in a row, and then he can probably get back in the match.
Yeah, 15 minutes. And you can't take on b2 here because the bishop on e3 hangs. Oh, this is bad now.
Yeah, take on f1, take on c4, or rook b8 is a little bit tricky now. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe... Oh, I was going to say he wants to sack on c5.
This should be a win for Hikaru. Okay, maybe just trade him bishop b2. Okay, yeah, he should win this one. He's way up on time, winning position. So let's see if he can win a few games in a row. Trade. Yeah.
Yeah, the trade is very, very smart, and the d-pawn will just decide it, I think.
Yeah, with the queens on, of course, anything can happen. Okay, Firouzja, he could milk some clock here. I guess that's what he's doing by just sitting here. He could make a few more moves.
This is probably, I mean,